Welcome to Right Now Workshop Podcast, where you can write a book and change the world. I'm your host, Kitty Bucholtz, and this is episode 146, Be Strong and Courageous, an encouraging words episode coming to you on Sunday, June 9th, 2019. First, I just want to give a shout out to my little sister, Wendy, whose birthday is today. Happy birthday, Wendy. I hope you have a fabulous day and an amazing year. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, yes, I cut my hair. Summer has truly arrived. I'm hot. I'm so happy. I'm not happy to be hot. I'm happy that summer is here, and now I have to figure out, do I really only have 4 pairs of shorts, or do I have another box somewhere that has clothes in it? I'm pretty sure I have another box somewhere because I'm also missing about 6 or 8 summer dresses. So that means my boxes are not labeled correctly. Yay! But we got like 15 maybe boxes unpacked in the last week or so. Thank goodness. And we're putting some more furniture together so that we have more shelves to put more things on the shelves so we can unpack more things. And again, if you're watching on YouTube, my bookcase finally has books in it all the way. It's full. I probably have to get another bookcase. So my beginning of summer is going very, very well. We had Sweden's National Day a couple of days ago, and I tried what I thought was a Swedish drink. It turned out to be a Danish drink. Anyway, it was very good. So instead of making me feel very Swedish, I'll say it made me feel very Scandinavian. So things are going pretty nicely over here in my part of the world. How about yours? I hope that you are having a good day. I hope that either winter or summer is treating you well wherever you are, and that you're either warm enough or cool enough, whatever it is that you need. And I hope you're getting a little bit of writing done. I hope that your brain is just ticking right away with all the story ideas. I was just listening again to this gorgeous song called Shallows by Pentatonics. Do you know this band? Oh my gosh, I love them so much. Thank you, Janine, for introducing me to them. So they're all a cappella with occasional bits of other musical instruments. So this particular song, there's a cello, and I want to say there's 5 of them. I'm pretty sure there's 5 of them. And the rest of what you hear as music is just coming from the people, which I'm just amazed by them. They're so, so, so good. Anyway, I can't remember exactly what got me on that topic, except for that I was just listening to it before I turned this on. But, that's what I was thinking, because that song just inspires me to write like a really amazing, deep love story, not to be in the shallows, but go into the deep end and dive in and anyway, just makes me happy. So I hope whatever you're working on, you are not taking the easy way out with your story. You're not in the shallow end, but you're diving into the deep end and finding like the richness of your story that just deserves to be out there in the world for people to read, right? Okay, so encouraging words episode. That means that for the most part, if you've been listening for the last, can you believe it, 1.5 years, I am usually just sharing with you something that's been on my mind, hopefully something that you'll find encouraging and something that I've been finding encouraging. And so lately, I don't know why, I just have a Bible verse that I memorized when I was a little kid in vacation Bible school, Joshua 1:9, be strong and courageous. Now, that's not the entire verse, if I remember right. The verse is actually longer than that. Yes, actually, the verse is longer than that. But just in the first chapter of Joshua, there are 4 times that God tells Joshua, be strong and courageous. Now, there's a really good reason for this, because Moses just died and Joshua is going to take over leading over 1 million people. I can't remember exactly. I think that I might have heard it was 2 million people. It's guesstimates, but anyway, a lot more than just like a family or the block that you live on. There was a lot of people. Now, obviously, Moses had been training Joshua to take over. It wasn't a surprise to anybody. He didn't just like get tapped on the shoulder and say, hey, we decided you're going to lead the people. No, he's been training for this. So kind of like with us, we've been training our brains, our minds, our imaginations to think in big stories, to think better stories, to add more depth and richness and character and interesting ways of doing conflict to our stories. So we have been in training for this, but sometimes we just feel like, oh boy, where am I at? There's some people who have the best tweets on Twitter, and some of them are like, this is me. Oh, I remember. I cannot remember why I started following someone named CG Drews. I should find you, CG Drews, and talk to you. Anyway, he's got the best tweets. And, one of them that I just read, I think it was this morning when I was waking up and just checking my phone for things, was like, this is my mind thinking, wow, this is this great story I have. Okay, brain, go ahead and start typing it. And then brain's like, bleh. And like so many people comment and say, yeah, I totally get that. In my head, it's this great story. When I try typing it, it's like, bleh. Well, that's kind of what leads me to sometimes be thinking about this chapter and 4 different verses in this chapter that say, be strong and courageous. I have been training for this job of writing. I know how to do it. There are days, though, that I really need someone, in this particular case, God, telling me, you can do it, be strong and courageous. Now, just the parts of this one chapter that I have underlined, or it's actually a highlighter, from the end of verse 5, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Beginning of verse 6, be strong and courageous. Beginning of verse 7, be strong and courageous. Obey all the law. Do not turn from it to the right or the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Middle to end of verse 8, meditate on it day and night so that you may be prosperous and successful. All of verse 9, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. And then the last 4 words of the chapter, guess what they are? Be strong and courageous. So if you need a boost, if you need somebody to tell you, you can do this, keep going, then here's me and God saying, be strong and courageous. You can do this. You may have a big project that's coming up that you're feeling a little overwhelmed about. Maybe you're in the middle of something that now that you're in the middle, you're like, I don't like this anymore. How many times does that happen to us? Whether it's the middle of a book or the middle of something else, and all of a sudden we're like, okay, the shine is gone. The honeymoon period is over. I don't really want to do this anymore. I want to go back to another new shiny thing. But if we're going to be writing books that people read, that means we have to get through the middle and the end and write the whole thing. So be strong and courageous. You can get through the middle. If you've got a big project, be strong and courageous. You can do this. You have what it takes to do this. If you just are pelted by the hail of 1,000 tiny little things and you're just like, gosh, when will these little things end? Be strong and courageous, because you can get through this. There are a whole lot of other people in your life that are probably also helping you to believe that you can get through it. Listen to them. If you're saying, no, I don't have anybody in my life doing that, look around and pay attention, because there's probably a little bit more encouragement out there than you are paying attention to. The things that we look for are the things that we find. So if we're looking for the sky is falling, the world is ending, I'll never be able to do this, you will find lots of tweets and Facebook posts and news headlines and friends and strangers telling you these things. But if you're looking for encouragement, you're going to find it. Hopefully you're finding it here. So look around for the encouragement that you need, and also look around for the opportunities that you can be the encourager to somebody else who needs to hear, be strong and courageous. You can do this. You know how to get through this. And if you don't, you can get through this day, this step, and tomorrow will present itself and you'll get through tomorrow. But today you only have to worry about today. So I hope that this has been helpful to you. I hope you can pass it on to somebody else and help them to feel like they are strong enough for whatever the task, whether it's a new book series, maybe you're going from self-published to now you have your first traditionally published contract, or a new publishing company has given you a contract, or you're just starting your first book ever. I mean, it could be anything. But the fact is that you can do this. And if you're like, no, I actually don't have enough training, you can take care of that. The library is full of books that will help you. The internet is full of articles and online classes and, of course, ebooks and regular books that you can buy, or if you're in Kindle Unlimited, I have actually no idea if there's anything there that is a, free to read how-to book. But there are lots of places that you can get the information that you need to get through the part of the project that you're at right now. You can do it. I know that you can. We can both be strong and courageous together, and we will have an excellent writing week. Now, remember, we're on the summer schedule, so as of last week, we are now doing every other Thursday so that I and other people can all have a little bit of a break doing some vacation-y things and hopefully a little bit more writing. I don't know. It seems like I get a little bit more writing done in the summer. Is that the same for you? For one thing, it doesn't have, the back-to-back holidays of 2 or 3 months of doing things in November and December, though now that I'm not in the States, it's not exactly the same here in Sweden either. But in any case, summer schedule, so every other Thursday for the interviews, and then we'll still do the Encouraging Words episodes once a month because I love them and they make me happy, and I've heard from some of you that they help you. So I love you. Hang in there. Keep going. Be strong and courageous. Write something cool this week.